Hi, how are you? This is JilliBling and I have a project to share. This will be one of our April projects and it is really pretty. This is in the January through June mini catalog, and it is a stamp set. It's a bundle, and the bundle is a stamp set and the punch. And I just looked it up. The stamp set will not make it into the annual catalog, but the punch will. So if you want it as a bundle, get it before the end of April. The new catalog goes in effect in early May. So I'll be using this stamp set, Celebrating You, Color and Contour, more for the little freckles. I love these words, but I didn't use them, but they're great words. And also hand pen dies, more for the border. See this little scallop border? Encircled Beauty for a doily, which is in vellum. You can see it right here. And the tag is from Tailor Made Tags, and that's this tag right here. So let me show you these. I have it in Just Jade and also Misty Moonlight. These two colors are going out. They're the in colors that are going out. But isn't that sweet? And there's this one. I love these words. And finally, there is this one. Oh, and I found something very similar, mystampgarden.com. I copied, it's mostly this layout. Hers was considerably different, but that's where I got my inspiration. So, as you can see, there's two jade ones. We need to do one more Misty Moonlight. Okay. So masks. On the inside, see how my leaves are tucked behind the flower? That's because I used a mask, and we'll do that today. On this one, I try to get away without making masks, and I don't like it as much. And this one is done with a mask, very simple. I love how that looks. These are nice words too. Okay, so we'll use those. The Essential Baker's Twine Essential Pack. Baker's Twine in lots of colors. We're used to the black and white. It may be a random color, but I want to use the granite one. But this is a great pack. It's good to have on hand. We'll use that. Blue Adhesive Back Gems. I'd like to use that. I know it doesn't exactly go with the Misty Moonlight, but to me it's close enough. So for flower centers, I want to do the little gems. This is paper for Stampin' Flowers on. Embossing folders. There's 3 embossing folders here. Metal Moments, Greenery, and I forgot what this one is called. I'll put it on my blog. I'll have a link to it. So that is for, the big one is for this background. And this little one, see right up here? Or there is the one with the butterflies on it. And you know I have so much stuff on it, you can hardly tell. Yeah, you could see that there's an embossing folder. So we'll use that. Here's the dies. We already talked about those a little bit. Okay, papers. Finally, we got down to the papers. So let's start with paper base. Misty Moonlight. I think this is like my favorite color. I've always loved blues, but there's something about this color that I just love. Okay, this is for the inside. We're using vanilla. Usually we use white. Okay, so this is the piece that gets that big embossing folder. This one right here. And let's see, I have these portrait, landscape, portrait. So let's do landscape. So I'm going to run it through like this. Here it is textured. And that's just going to lay right on top. It's the same exact size, but I like to do that first of all. It makes the card feel very stable, but also if you were trying to run through just this top piece, chances are you'd get some texture there. And then also when you open it up, you'd see like the inverted texture. I don't want that. So extra step, but it's worth it. This vellum is for this doily. And when you run it through back and forth at least a few times because I wasn't getting a good cut. And finally on one of them, I just said, look how much the flowers cover up the edge of the doily anyhow. But if you can, back and forth, back and forth. And while I'm at it, that's for the tag. We'll stamp it first. And this piece is for this border. So when you position this die, have it so that the scallops are near the edge. Not over the edge, not on the edge, just near the edge. And I like to use washi tape to stick it down. Also, looking at the scallops, I have about a half scallop at the end of the paper and a half scallop. And it would be better if I just kind of moved it over. And then I have almost all of this one, almost all of that one. It just makes it look better at the end product. So I will stick that down, run that through. Before we go too far, let me stamp the words on here. And the words, how about, where's that word set? I like how they mix script with bold or script with this kind of hollowed out. You could color in birthday. How about just for you? And you can use memento. All of my memento pads are being busy, so I'm going to use one of my old standbys. Old Stampin' Up! Black. But any black will do. Just for you. And you know, while we're at it, we have this out. You know, I'm going to cut this first. I was going to do the inside, but let's wait just a minute. Let me get all my little pieces. And then this one can be on with either of these, the one with the butterflies and little branches, or this one with just the greenery. And what did I use? Greenery, butterfly, greenery. Okay, so let's do butterfly. Okay, looks like it's coming together. So I'm going to start by gluing down this little vanilla scalloped edge, letting it dry. Not that it takes that long, but just to give it a chance. It looks like I'm going to have to trim off a little from here and a little from there. I like that stitching right there. Okay, and while we're on a glue and roll, I'm going to put glue all over this and attach it to the card front. I might have to trim this one too. Yeah, looks pretty good. I don't know why it's so hard to cut paper. You would think that, oh there, that looks bad. Cutting paper should be straightforward. Maybe the fold takes up some of the room. I don't know, but I can never get it right. I'm always having to trim it. Okay, so I just want that to stick together. Here, punch, keep it flat. Okay, where were we? I know we could do the flowers. So this is going to go on here, and this is going to go here. Oh, we could do this. Oh, is that too matchy-matchy? I was all excited about this. I was thinking, oh, don't use that one. Save it for the video. I always try, I always try to save the best ideas for the video, like the favorite words, the favorite colors, just so the video will be good. So I was saving this one, using all kinds of other stuff. Okay, so that is, let me see. That's like 5.5, so say 6 inches. Then fold it in half, fold it in half again. Okay, maybe do 7 inches. That's a little bit small, but you end up trimming it, so you really don't need that much. That is a text. I try to turn my phone on to airplane mode so it's quiet, because one time I got a phone call and it made the video stop. And I was over there talking away. Okay, so I made this a little bit small. So if you're doing this loop thing through the hole, to put like a little fiber on the end, well, you know what, that's going to be cute. If you can, from the top, go down, then you could see the end of your loop right there. Well, that ended up being exactly the length I wanted, but maybe maybe do 7 inches or 8 inches, because that was just a little bit too tight. But I would have trimmed it to that length, so it's all good. Flowers, I keep wanting to do flowers. Okay, so for the flowers, and I'm going to do these in Melon Mambo. And with this stamp set, there are 2 flowers. This one and that one. And there are all these greenery pieces. And then the punch just punches out some little vanilla pieces, just for interest. And on all these little samples, I did 2 punches. So that means there's 2 of this one, punch, and then 2 of, oh, they're right there, 2 of that one. So, could do that. Let's punch out 2 of these. Then we'll do the flowers. Oh, that's where I was going with it. So there's 2 flowers. And the samples, I have it done in Petal Pink and then Melon Mambo. So I want to do Petal Pink again. And the flower, this one has the big smooth petals, and this one has lots of little petals, big smooth. So let's do Melon Mambo in this flower. So I'll do 3 flowers. And yes, these are all hand cut. So just go on a little mental vacation. And for the greenery, this one, the card is jade, and I use spruce. I want it to be just a little bit stronger, heavier color. This one is jade, and I stamped in jade. So you could tell the difference in the color. So just whatever you're looking for. But I kind of like this one. I stamped it in granite gray. And you're probably saying, where are there leaves that are in granite gray? But doesn't it look nice? So I want to do that again. So, granite gray. And definitely 3 flower leaves. 1, 2, 3. And then this one here, 2 of these. I don't know that I could get 2 of them on here. I don't like how that one turned out. I'll try it again. And if not, I'll just take whatever one is best. Okay, 1. What's going on? I'll just try it right next to it. That's a little better. Okay, so can you tell I'm cutting? I'm cutting. My pieces. Okay, this is probably dried enough. So I'm going to trim off this little excess, which no matter what I do, it always seems to happen. Well, I'm proficient in trimming it. That's better. And then this needs a little trimming right here. See the vanilla showing through? Yeah, a little bit on both sides. Okay. Now for the layout. I'm thinking maybe low at the bottom. I like this doily kind of showing here. So I should come up with a plan. I know for sure these will each get little leaves. Just a minute, I had a good layout. There we go. Let's see if that's going to work. Do you ever do that? You have it all laid out and then you take a picture just to capture it, because you know I'm going to disturb it when I start picking it up and sticking it together. Okay, so here and a leaf. Okay, it wants glue. Maybe if I put it right on that. That's better. That one could be there. This one could be in the center. Okay, I need to start gluing some of this down. So this I'll do liquid glue. I love this embossing folder. I don't even know if it's staying or if it's going. Well, I'll keep it. I think I've kept all of my embossing folders. So this one I'm positioning a little bit lower than the others. Okay. And then the doily, so attaching a doily is usually really hard because, or anything vellum, because the adhesive shows through the vellum. But because most of it will be covered up, I'm not going to worry about it. Good thing I just set those on there, huh? Okay, so this will be a little high. Yep, I see that glue through there. Okay, so now I could really start sticking it together. So I'm going to be a little bit sparse on the dimensionals, only because I want to tuck some of these leaves in. And if I have my underside of the flower full of dimensionals, I won't be able to tuck it in. That I want close, but I still want it to fit in the envelope. And then cute little twig. Don't want to cover up the words on the tag. Okay, and then these pieces, didn't figure that out. Okay, there it is.